Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. And today we're going to build a vision analysis AI using Python. We'll use an API for that, but don't worry. I'll guide you through each steps and explain the code. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Alright, so this is my working directory. First of all, you need to create a file called api.py. So in this file, we will store our API key inside a variable called API. So here you need to paste your API key. All right, to get that API key, head over to aistudio.google.com/app/API key. You will get the link in description as well. Once you're there, you will see an interface like this. If you don't see any interface like this, then you need to log in for that. After logging, you will be redirected to this page from where you can generate your own API key. To create your own API key, just click on create API key, then it will serve you a unique API key. All right. Once you have got that API key, just copy that API key and paste it right over here inside this variable. Now let us create a main file where we are going to write the main code for our AI. First of all, we'll get started by importing necessary modules. So we'll import Google.generative AI with GenAI. After doing so, let us create a variable called vision that will take some parameter like prompt, image path, and API key, and will return a description about the image. All right. So let's create a function called vision that will take API key as a parameter and then prompt and image path. All right. Now let us configure the generative AI. So we'll write genai.configure. Here we will pass API key. Okay, so we need to pass the API key right over here. So to do that, first of all, we need to import that API key from this file. So we'll write from API import API. Now let us pass the API right over here. API. Wait a second. Configure API key equals API. All right. So now that we have configured the generative AI, we need to set up generation configuration as well. That will set parameter for generating text from images. So let us create a variable called generation. It's an object. So let me write curly bracket. And here you need to pass some few things. All right. So here temperature controls the randomness of prediction. Lower the value makes the prediction more deterministic. And after that, we have top P, which will limit the cumulative probability of tokens that can be chosen by the model. And after that, we have top K, which value is set to 1, which will limit the number of highest probability tokens considered by the model. And at last, we have max output token, which will specify the maximum number of tokens that model can generate in its output. All right. After that, we will create a variable called model where we will initialize AI model with special configuration. So in the model, we'll write GenAI dot generative model, generative model. In here, first of all, we need to provide the model name. So we're using Gemini 1.5 plus latest, and here we need to pass generation config equals the dictionary that we have just created, generation configuration, and then we will set the safety setting to none. Alright. So once we have done that, let us set a default prompt for our AI to visualize the image. So let me create a variable default prompt equals, and here you need to give a default prompt like, all right, so this is my default prompt, and for the better clarification, we need to provide the prompt provided by the user as well. So let me write it in the app string, and here let me pass the prompt. All right. After that, we need to pass that thing to the AI and need to return the response that we got from the AI. All right. So let us create a variable called response. And here we will write model dot generate content, and here inside this parenthesis we'll write a big bracket, and first of all we will pass default prompt right over here, and after passing the default prompt we need to pass the image path right over here. So if you provide it like this, then it will give you an error like I don't have access to access your file locally. So we need to open that file and pass it to this model, right? So to do that, we will use a model called PIL. So let us import PIL. After that, here we will write PIL dot image dot open image. Image dot open, and here we need to pass the image path right over here. All right. Now after that, it will return a response.json. I mean, it will return you the response in a JSON file. So we need to extract the main description from that. We don't need the whole paragraph. We just need a description. So we will write response.txt right over. I mean, text right over here. This line will return the text that is inside that response that we got after calling this model. So here you need to change wait, you need to pass the API key right over here, and while calling the function you need to provide that API. So let me call this function vision, and the API is API, and the prompt will be what's there in that image. After that we will provide the image path. All right, so here let me provide this image.jpg, which is my thumbnail. All right, here let me write .jpg. Okay, so let me print this thing at first. Print and call this function. And now let me run this thing. Here we got the known right over here. First of all, let me print the response. Okay, so I got it. We need to return this response as well. Now it should work properly. Let me choose a woman with arm raised in the air. All right, so as you can see, building website in one click. All right, so it is working absolutely fine. So yeah, that's much for this video. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you like this, then you can integrate it in your virtual assistant as well. And yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope you liked this, and I'll catch you in next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.